I'm currently standing in the middle of Carrizo Plain, and over the next couple days, I'm going to be exploring as much of this area as I can. Right now I'm heading to a spot called Hurricane Road Scenic Overlook. It's kind of out here in the hills in the middle of nowhere, and there's this road that goes way up into the hills right here. But man, I was really expecting it to be greener than it is and at least have some wildflowers, but it's still really beautiful and peaceful out here. But just with the really dry winter we've had in California, I don't think there was nearly enough moisture to bring out any flowers out here. It's still pretty early in the spring too. Today is April 7th. This is it, Super Bloom 2025. Okay, look at this. I finally found some wildflowers. This is about all of the bloom for this year. Everything else around here is pretty much dry. But that little area is really nice. Okay, I am heading kind of towards a campground. I'm planning on camping out here tonight. I think I'm gonna stay at this campground called Selby Campground. It's managed by the Bureau of Land Management, just kind of out here by Soda Lake. So I'm headed there now. I'm on this dirt road that goes for about 6 miles, and then it's supposed to hit one of the main roads right past Soda Lake. So I'm just gonna drive this road this direction, and hopefully it pops me out where I hope to go. We'll see. You never know with these dirt roads out here, and Google Maps isn't always that accurate. Sometimes it'll take you down a road and then it ends up being closed or there's no outlet. That's all kind of part of the adventure, just taking these roads and seeing where they lead. I'm out here by Soda Lake, this huge dry alkaline lake out here, and Shaver thought it would be a good idea to just start running out there, and it gets too far and there's a bunch of wet clay and he gets it all over his paws. Come here, Shaver, let's show him your paws. Stay. Let's see these paws. Look at that.
Good morning. I made it to this campground yesterday evening, probably around 6:30. So I didn't do too much filming. I just wanted to make some dinner and hang out. But it's a beautiful morning today. It's actually kind of overcast, which is nice because yesterday was really hot. I'm just gonna enjoy my coffee and make some breakfast. And then after breakfast, I plan on just taking off and doing some exploring to see what's around here. I'm getting ready to take off from this campground. I think I'm going to head up this ridge a little bit. There's a road that goes past the campground, about 3 or 4 miles. Property of the United States. This looks like a old ranch. I'm gonna go check this out. There's a little trail leading to this big barn back here. Just gotta keep an eye out for rattlesnakes. I've seen 3 snakes out here already. No rattlesnakes yet, but especially around old buildings like this, there's a good chance of running into something. Check that out. Old truck. This is the road going up to Caliente Mountain. It's a pretty cool road here on the ridge. And this road just keeps going up. It's really steep and it's really narrow. I'm hoping nobody is coming down as I'm going up. This is Caliente Mountain. Way behind me here is the Sierra Madre. That's where they've reintroduced the California condor. Over here, back behind me, is Carrizo Plain, Soapy Lake. It's super windy up here, which is to be expected, I guess. There's a ton of juniper up here. Look at all these berries. Yeah, all of these are juniper.
I'm up on this ridge. I didn't even know that you can camp up here. I mean, some people have camped here before, but there's this huge clearing right here. The road going up the ridge is right here. It'd be pretty cool to be able to camp up on the ridge up here. It's definitely windier up here. I can never seem to get away from the wind. All the cool spots are windy. It's just how it is, I guess. I'm gonna go back down to the valley, explore a little bit down there, and then, I don't know, I might decide to come back up here tonight and camp. I found another really cool spot up here on the ridge. Look at these views. There's enough flat space to park the truck. There's the road coming up here. And these are the views. That road way down there is the road that leads all the way up here, and it also leads to the main campground. But the white that you see all the way down there is Soda Lake. That's the alkaline lake. I think I'm gonna go out to the lake and do some exploring for a few hours, and then I think I'm gonna come back up here and camp here tonight. It just sounds more fun to camp up here than to go to that other campground. So, pretty sure that's the plan. Up. Good boy. Man, this little one's in the middle of the road. I almost ran him over. Out of the road. Go. 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 Get out of here. That's like the fourth or fifth one that I've seen in the last couple days, and they're all just laying in the middle of the road. So I don't know. I try to stop and kind of shoo them off the road a little bit. I don't want to see them getting ran over all the time. Up here is the Soda Lake overlook. Apparently there's a decent view of Soda Lake from the top of this hill. So let's check it out. There's Soda Lake. Down here there's a trail that goes out to a little boardwalk that goes around portions of the lake. So I think I might go down there and walk out to the boardwalk to get a closer look at the lake. But yeah, even up here there's no wildflowers, which seems crazy. It's only the first week of April. It's a little bit cooler out here than it was yesterday. Yesterday was really warm. And this is pretty much all there is to the Soda Lake boardwalk. It's really peaceful out here. There's not much to do. I think I'm gonna go over to the other end. There's kind of some areas where you can walk a little bit closer. I'm going to this other spot on the other side of Soda Lake. Probably just hang out for a little while, see what I can see, and then there's not too much else to explore around this specific area. So after a while, I'll probably just head back up the hill to where I'm gonna camp tonight and just kind of relax for the rest of the day, honestly. So the reason this road is impassable during the winter and when it gets really wet is because of this. I'll show you. Look at that. Look how sticky it is. That's what happens when this dirt gets wet. It turns into sticky, thick clay. So when it's raining in Carrizo Plain, don't drive on any of the dirt roads because you'll get this sticky, thick clay all over your tires. And you'll probably get stuck. Okay, this time I'm not going to let Shaver just run down willy-nilly into Soda Lake, into the depths of the clay, because that was not fun getting it off his paws. I was actually able to get it all off at the campground because there was some running water. Stay. You stay right there. I'm getting ready to head back up the ridge to the spot where I want to camp tonight. I've done a good amount of exploring here around Soda Lake, but I want to get back up there and just relax for the rest of the day. I'm actually not feeling super good. I can feel some cold symptoms coming on, a little bit of a sore throat, some stinging sinus. I don't know if maybe it's just allergies or if I'm getting a little bit of a cold, but I think I will just go back up there and hang out and relax for the rest of the day. Ta-da! I got my awning set up. It's pretty nice and sturdy. Honestly, I didn't want to record myself doing it because it's kind of a pain in the ass to do it with one person, and I didn't want to look dumb and take forever. This is the campsite for the night up on Caliente Ridge. It's a little breezy up here. Hopefully this thing stays up. We'll see. The sun is slowly setting behind the ridge there. The breeze is picking up a little bit, so it's sweater and beanie time. I've already had dinner. I'm just doing some dishes, just cleaning stuff up, and I'll just enjoy the rest of the evening up here on the ridge. I think my cold is progressing a little bit. I've been pretty congested and my sinuses are stinging quite a bit. So that's not the most fun. But I'll be staying here tonight, and then probably getting up early tomorrow morning. Gonna make a quick breakfast, and then I'm going to head out of Carrizo Plain. There's a couple other areas that I want to hit up tomorrow to check out. I think there's like an abandoned ranch or something like that. So I want to check that out. It looks pretty cool. Some old buildings and things like that out there.
Last night was a rough night. So my cold symptoms kept progressing last night. I went to lay down probably around like 8:30 to just start reading because I was just really tired, and I just started getting the worst fever, and it was just like one of the worst fevers I've had in a long time, and it lasted almost all night. I laid there for probably 4 or 5 hours just having body aches and cold sweats. I'm feeling pretty trashy today, as you can probably tell by my voice. I have a raging headache, but look where I'm at. Look at this sunrise. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do today. I know I'm gonna make some breakfast and then decide if I want to just head back home early or explore around for most of the morning. So we'll see how it goes.
We're all packed up, ready to hit the road again. I'm feeling a little bit better, still congested, still have a little bit of a headache, but I think I can still do some exploring today. I'm currently driving on this very bumpy washboard road. I'm headed towards Traver Ranch. It's on my way out of Carrizo Plain. It's right off this main road. So I'm gonna check that out, and then I'll just get back on the main road and eventually end up on the highway. I stopped here along the road. I was driving and I looked off to my left, just off the road, and I saw a San Joaquin Kit Fox just laying there, and I pulled up and I stopped and I started taking photos of it. It wasn't even bothered by me. But right now I'm just sitting here. I got the truck turned off. It actually took off into the field, but its dens are just right here off of the road. So I'm just gonna hang out here a little bit longer, see if I can get some more footage of it. I was hoping, really hoping to see some wildlife out here during this trip, and I'm glad I took this route out in this other direction. I'm taking a little bit of a pit stop before I get over to Traver Ranch. I was driving on the main road there, and I was looking way out in the distance out here in the hills, and there's this other road that goes way out here, and it looks like there's some really cool abandoned buildings out here. There is just a lot of open space out here.
There's some buildings left out here, and it looks like some old farm equipment. So this house here was originally a homestead. The Van Matter family owned several properties on the Carrizo Plain. The property here, called the Camp, was originally homesteaded by Jerry Haggerty in 1930. Some big bird nests up there. Another nest up there. Lots of birds living in here. Check out these old wood floors. Look at this stuff. This is crazy. What a contraption. Whoever was out here was eating a lot of canned food. That was a really cool spot right there. I actually was wanting to go check that spot out. I had seen it on a map, but I wasn't exactly sure how to get there. But so it worked. It actually worked out for me to go check that out. So now I'm going back to the main road, and then the Traver Ranch is just a couple miles down the road. So there's not as much to see here, really. There's just a bunch of old farm equipment out there. There's a few different structures out here, but I don't know, looks like they have it closed off. I don't know, you can kind of fit through. See if I can just kind of fit through. I really have no idea what this place was. It doesn't seem that old though. It's all built out of concrete blocks. Looks like there's some bats living here now. Yeah, it's pretty gross. It's an interesting spot, I guess. Not super exciting though. I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out what they used to use this building for. It appears now it's just being used for bat studies, I guess. The abandoned buildings serve some purpose. Well, I think that about brings my journey in Carrizo Plain to an end. I've been out here, this is my third day out here. I feel like I've explored quite a bit of stuff out here. Seen some cool things. There's a lot of wildlife, which is really cool. So yeah, overall I really enjoyed my time out here in Carrizo Plain.